represent you in this case.
Lynn Penfield hides in plain sight.
I don't think that people really pay any attention to me. Because I'm not speaking.
But while she doesn't talk much, Penfield is always using her ears.
Just listen, kind of a fly on the wall.
Penfield is one of 2 court reporters in Oneida County's Branch 2 courtroom. As attorneys ask questions,
there was blood,
and witnesses testify,
and then she heard 2 gunshots.
Those words flow through her ears, out her fingers, and into a nearly flawless copy of every word said.
I'm it. I'm the only record of what happened, and people rely on that.
Penfield studied court reporting in San Diego nearly 30 years ago. She spent 25 years transcribing depositions before deciding it was time to move back to Wisconsin.
This is what the paper notes used to look like.
Penfield says more courtrooms have started to use digital recorders in that time, but to her, there's no replacing the human behind this machine.
Somebody coughs or rustles a paper, you lose part of the record. So I don't see live court reporters going away anytime in the future.
For Oneida County Judge Michael Bloom,
it really is an awesome task that they perform.
Having someone as talented as Penfield isn't an option, it's a requirement for a well-run courtroom.
A court reporter can indicate we need to talk one at a time. You know, someone needs to be quiet over there.
Bloom has worked with a handful of court reporters in his 4 years as judge. He says they often become someone to bounce ideas off of behind the scenes and a right-hand man on the bench.
I can't say as I know how they do it. I don't understand how the stenographer's machine works, but I do know that each of the court reporters that I've had firsthand experience with, they develop their skill not unlike how a person learns to juggle.
My husband will tell you I don't listen at all. However, when I'm in court and I'm writing on the machine, I'm actually thinking of how to write those words in machine shorthand to then translate to my computer.
Those are skills Barbie Galarno helps people learn every day.
It is the kind of profession that people just don't know about, don't understand.
Galarno started teaching court reporting at Lakeshore Technical College near Sheboygan 15 years ago.
Anybody can do it, but you do need to make that commitment and put in the time in school, and then afterwards it's a very rewarding profession.
In Galarno's class, students work on their stenographer machines pretty much from day one.
It's more like learning an instrument, learning how to play an instrument, basically.
They learn theory, writing, and vocabulary while working up to the required 225 words per minute.
I can't seem to get past it right now, but that's keeping me going, that I know I'm going to have an awesome job.
Galarno emphasizes how many professional opportunities there are, like a predicted 150 openings in Wisconsin by 2018. But the demand is much greater than the supply. Her first class was 48 students. This year's is just 5.
Very tough, and really what makes it even tougher is that I have inquiries daily for the need.
There's only 2 brick-and-mortar schools in the entire state of Wisconsin that offer court reporting. Lakeland here in Cleveland and MATC in Madison. Students can telecommute, but Galarno says the only way to graduate is through practice.
You have to put in the practice. You have to put in the time. And we tell students, you know, right off the bat that you need to commit 3 hours a day to practice outside of the classroom.
Thousands of hours of practice turning into a rewarding career judges like Michael Bloom believe will always require people like Lynn Penfield.
All court proceedings involve some level of human interaction, and there is no substitute for that.
As long as the technology and the court reporters keep up with the technology, we're a pretty viable resource.
A human resource many might not notice, but for the record, is always ready. We're covering the news in Rhinelander. Lane Kimball, Newswatch 12.
Is it possible that someone could post for Monday, August 15th at 2:30 p.m.